Good day, millennial times, good day, everybody. I'm just speaking in mathematical language and massive, you can say, unlimited wishes should go to everyone, which is very important for everyone. Wishes are always important because I'm talking to people around world and this topic has weight. I do not understand or know whether you people know it or not. I am going to talk about today, which is also significant day, 20 February 2025, and 20 February means what? This is 27th month. 27th month means 27 number. 25 plus 2, 27 and 20, 47 is number of this month. Day today, 47 day. It's a soft for everybody, and that's why I'm just here to talk to you about certain very important issue without which we cannot survive, we cannot live. This file, this screenshot which we are viewing is AutoCAD drawing and which is transferring to you, which is getting to you very significant written phrase, and that is Mother Nature. M-O-T-H-E-R, Mother, N-A-T-U-R-E, Nature. Today I opted this title significantly because without this no one can survive. That is very important part of life. Nature means everything. Every belonging, everything which you use and which exists wherever, you can say this is a combination of universe and wherever we are living in whatever solar system. I'm talking from universal point of view because people should understand what about this Mother Nature. This is I included this in power, mind power or soul power rating 129, 130 and 131. But nature exists everywhere. It extends to every part of existence. I'm not saying what is distance of existence and where does it come back, but I'm just speculating because this is 131 and then I'll take more. Next one I would like to take, that is access to Supreme. Access to Supreme, likewise flying skies. Means I'm trying to encourage people to take into consideration about working off your own entity which helps you stay in your body. Otherwise you cannot stay in your body you are possessing on this planet. It is very significant one. Maybe some of you cannot understand, but it doesn't matter. You can say motto or clue or objective must be understood. It doesn't matter if you cannot know details. If you start practicing, details would automatically reach you and you would understand them nicely. It is therefore important. Title today here again, repetitive one, and main title is quality of every item, quality of existence, quality of human resources, quality of resources and quality of thinking. And here thinking means yourself. Someone is there in everyone who thinks or who helps in thinking. You don't consider that you think yourself. Your body cannot think at all. This is just a mechanism to survive. Your head is a part of body, but that head also cannot think anything if you don't have support of entity, non-biological entity. And I am calling it engineering, oracles, spectrums, engineering. This is above than earth related engineering, because it is conducted, it is designed, it is done, it is carried out, and it takes responsibility, and that is universe. No university teaches it, no person is engineer in this case. We are all professionals on earth, but this is not professional, this is natural, this is something much more powerful than professional. In profession, we do engineering, we require all theories and all practicals and all, you can say, tutorials and everything. A lot study is done, analysis is conducted, synthesis is conducted, tests are conducted, every part of whatever can be said done. Only then we can understand what we are going to do, for which we require materials, that is called natural resources or sources. We require every support from every corner of world. Only then we can say, you may say, that is materials engineering. In fact, engineering which you do carry out on earth is material engineering, and material means earth engineering, and that means whatever we use, whatever we include, whether it is temporary work or it is permanent work, that is delivered by earth planet. So without existence of those sources which are hidden within heart of earth, we cannot do any kind of engineering. We cannot do any kind of engineering if we don't have water, if we don't have air, if we don't have radiations, if we don't have material, if we don't have, you can say, whatever human resources, we cannot do anything. This means that engineering depends upon availability of every requirement meeting. Otherwise, you can say universal engineering, which I am talking about, oracles spectrums engineering, that is not related to professional engineering, that is not related to earth related engineering, that is related to automatically, naturally operated engineering, and nature takes responsibility of that. And nature, you can replace nature by supreme, it is one and same, or you can replace by whatever name you prefer. It doesn't, there's no argument on that. And that's what I'm saying. We have to be very clear about this. This engineering is not known to people in common. This engineering is practiced by everyone, but we do not identify, we do not recognize, we leave that, we consider that in name of faith, but this is wrong. There is no faith relation to your thinking power. There is no faith relation to your hope. There are two types of hope. One is calculated hope, other is just, okay, let us hope. I am saying, no, don't say let us hope. Let us hope has no value. You say I hope. I hope is calculated hope. Are you getting my point? Just like we say one is faith and one is no faith, means logic. Faith versus logic. There is no faith in this world which man has created, human has created, which is full of logic. And there is no logic in this world which has any link to any faith. We have to be clear about that. There is differentiation. A and B cannot be equal if A is faith and B is logic. Complete different world. But it does not mean I have to dispute on that. No dispute, because it develops. If there is a logic, this means there is a reason. And when there is a reason, there is something available, and something says something out of some property, and that's what we say, it is logical. But if there is no logic, it is just delusionary work, it is just illusion, it is faith. But both have respective values at respective places. There should be no dispute, because every human has value, every person has value. It depends upon your thinking. Means there is something which is called blind faith, there is something called faith, there is something called fiction, there is something called facts. I am from engineering world, you are also from engineering world. You are not from professional engineering world, you are from social engineering world. Means we all live in this environment on earth. Everything is possible, everything is, you can say, viable, and it depends upon your understanding how far can you think. And thinking here something means it is education which helps you in thinking. It is your own experience which helps you in thinking. It's your own, you can say, anger sometimes which helps you thinking, of course, because it destroys thinking. So you can say thinking is involved indirectly in a destructive manner. And it is peace time, or you can say, non-nervous time. You may say constant stability of your mind that you can think. And it's not that you think for some products, otherwise also you think. You think for some politics, you think for society, you think for someone's good or bad, you think for that nation, this nation. Means thinking process is there. Sometimes it is useful, sometimes it is not useful. Just you can say it goes into ashtray, or there's no use of that. Ashtray, no problem. Here is what I mean to say. I don't want to talk unnecessary, but explanation is required for everyone. And that's why I decided today that we have to discuss about Mother Nature, because without Mother Nature I cannot survive and you also cannot survive. Survival is very significant physically, but survival is also linked to mentality of a person. If your mentality does not work, your existence is just physical, and physical does not completely meet requirement. What I am saying is, when I say Mother Nature, before that I would like to say what I have done, otherwise also you can see before going further. I have another file so that you should know how I reached there. Let me show you one page, simple, where only first page that file is there, and I would like to show you that first so that you know what is difference. I've done that one, and this is here second file. Yeah, this is that file. Okay, this is that file. Power of Soul's spectrum images, main first page. There are so many pages for everything, so I'm just showing this one. Let's go there. This is here today's just title page, no details, Mother Nature, and before that it is Nan-Alien 78525. This I did before that. This was in Power 126, 127, 128. Now I am putting a frame here, you can say format type, so that everything is available in just one view, but it is not possible practically. Now this is Nan-Alien. Many times I say Nan-Alien wishes good day, millennialian. What are these, you may ask? If you search on internet, you will find answer to everything, but I know there are very few people who are interested in that. Nan-Alien is a mathematical term which says 10 to power something, not 1 or 2, means in thousands and lakhs and something like that. Similarly, it is millennialian, which is minimum is 10 to power 3003. Like that, there is something, for example, Google, you can say Google you search, but Google it is, and that is 10 to power 100. Means there are various names for various terms. So here I am using very vast power, and that is Nan-Alien, and that is 78525. What does it mean? That meaning I am going to tell you. Before that, you can see Otherwise it is nanillion 7555. These are all, you can say, numbers I'm talking, and these relate to your body flow, which is soul flow. And then there is nanillion 78885. These are very specific in 3 cases. And here is other one, that is soul connects supreme. Soul connects supreme. And I think this is on 18th, maybe I had talked to you, enrich soul, oracle, wealth, and it is develop soul oracles. These are various, but important explanation lies here. What is 7885 or 78885? 7 is a kind of salutation, just like we say to someone greetings or cheers or Sirimanji or whatever it is. Here it is a kind of, because we are dealing with nature, we are dealing with the universe, we have to pass respect to them, honor to them, a kind of prayer, you may say. 7 is itself oracle if you are a body, a human. Otherwise it is something, you may say Jai or Hurrah or whatever, illumination. It may say that illumine, like that. 8 means system. And 5 means that it's a kind of, you can say, control, or you can say controllable. In fact, if you say in very, very ordinary language, I can say 7 means Jai in your understandable language, or illumination or Hurrah, and 5 means a kind of logical religion, not blind faith religion, logical, where control lies, where you can say unexpected lies, we can't expect. So in between is something different. On one end is 7, on other end is 5. You can say 78885 means we respect systems which are existing one in complete way, in massive way. This means that. And you have to do that. You cannot say I don't accept. You may be whatever big in this world, but you have to accept system of nature, and even your own system which you create, or you are within which here. Your body system, your mind system, country system, universe system, solar systems. There is nothing either that no system is available. Everything is designed, and that design which works itself is called a system. Your computer system, your home system, your living system, you may call a system, or you may say a kind of arrangement which works well. That arrangement you can say. So 7885 or 8885 it is, means it is very, very, very useful if you understand this, because you have to move in system if systems exist. If system don't exist, then you have to create system. Otherwise you cannot take random responsibility. You cannot say okay, I'll do this and leave it, and tomorrow I'll some other time I'll come and do it. No, you can't say that. System has to be managed, whether it is your own created system or it is somebody else's systems. System can be modified, can be amended, but system must operate. So this is what it is said, Nalinian 7885. So it is a salutation to whatever system exists. And moreover, system also means it is not necessary that it is visible. It is not necessary. If it is visible, fine, but it is not necessary. Your body's respiration system is not visible. Your blood circulation is not directly visible. Sun is visible, earth is visible, solar system is visible, but every planet is not directly visible. Likewise, we can say system means complete framework that works successfully. So if you are understanding this, you can get benefit of that, right? Means darkness may be there, but it is light darkness, means there is value in that, efficiency in that darkness. Computer, you cannot see how does it work, but you use it. You do not know how earth moves, how solar system works, how nature works, but you use that. You don't know how these trees are. Of course, we know planting, but how these grow, how human grows, we don't know that. But these work. That's why it is nanillion. I say nanillion is very powerful number. Means how many zeros are there? You shall be surprised to see, but it is useful. You can use nanillion and this number in your mind. It will work better. Then it is nanillion 7,555. Same meaning except value of 5 is changed. 555. As I said, 5 is control. 5 is most valuable, powerful in these 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 because what formula I use, in that formula no one can cross 5, and that's why I say 5 is control number. 5 means nobody can go over or can take over, or overtake or move farther than 5 because 5 barricade already exists there. I have explained to you many times and it's all there in that file. Meaning of 5, how did it reach? And here I say control means ultimate control. Then it is, this is 7852. This is very, very different number. Or you may say for human or for whatever. This is, you can say, a kind of perfect where complete equilibrium exists. 852. I am not talking about what numerology says. I am not talking about what astrology says. I am not talking about what other subject says. I am talking about what your soul says. That is important one here. Soul is important for me, nothing else. No Vedas, no astrology, no numerology, nothing. I am linking your mind and soul together, and 8-5 is there. 8 is system, 5 is control, and 2 is material. These 3 are required in life. If you have system, then there should be something to control on that, and that is control. If there is no system, what control? Tell me. If system does not exist, there is no control also. And if system exists and control exists, then there should be something else also, whether it is material or it's whatever, how to maintain that, how to do that. So that is material. So 852 is something, you may say just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you say sequence. Here it is this 852 because it's a kind of practical work. 8 is supported by 5, 5 is supported by 5, and 2 is supported by 5. This is in supporting system. 852 is sequence of supporting system. You may just like I explained to you that 0 is supported by 2, 1 is supported by 8, 2 is supported by 5, 3 is supported by 2. Likewise, 852 is complete sequence and goes on repeating on whatever number. So I did not use 222 because that person who is dealing only with material in this world, who is only money hungry, who doesn't want to think anything, that person thinks about only how to make wealth, how to make only money in this world. That person does not have any capacity to fly skies. But here it is 126, 127, 128. That's what I am saying. I require 222 means it is only soil, it is only earth, which on its own cannot do anything. That point we have to be very serious about. So I use this. Then you can say after this there is Mother Nature, which is very significant for everyone. Mother Nature, and with the Mother Nature means everything. Nobody knows vistas, nobody knows extent of this nature or universes. Nobody knows where these start and where these end, because nobody has seen this. We only know very little, that too about solar system. We know very little even about earth internal, but how to know about Mother Nature, that you can know only using your thinking power, using your soul power. Otherwise you cannot know about. You cannot fly, you cannot go anywhere, but you can fly your soul, and that is where it is. And other file that I would show views of this, so that's also important. And let me go to, first of all, select, because there's the indirect system in this case, so I have to say other file, and that file is data 17 images. Okay, that file I'm reaching now, and it is here. You can say this is file 17 number document. Here it is. And if you say, I'll go back and see you. So this is details of nature. One detail here. Views, various views are there. I took 8 views in this case because, and here is various postings of, means this details of articles. This is 129 detail. This is 130 detail, and here is, you can say, spectrum. Here it is, and here is various details are here. You can see that, and this is Mother Nature. And other one is, you can say 78525, and this is, you can say, other detail. You may say this detail is here, and various details are there. You know very well now what I want to communicate to you. And there is another one, then 70.59 alien, and of course 7555 now is there, and you can see these details, because I'm not able to show you on AutoCAD all this today. Only one file I showed to you, because it's difficult to combine these files and then show to you. Zoom doesn't work to the extent. And this is here 888, and here is alien 888, 8885, very significant one. And of course here is your soil connects supreme. This is that one. I'll come back to other file, and here is this file, which is significant one here. Let me go to this AutoCAD file again. So that to complete that one, AutoCAD, here is this. Oh no, where's that? What happened? Oh, I feel sometime problematic this. Oh, where it is gone? Nonsense here. I think it's not working. Some problem. It's working now. I hope it's working. Yes. Oh, again gone. What is nonsense? Okay, it's working now. So let me go here. Oh my God. Yeah, because I'm using software, other one, Facebook, one time, and then my files. So it's happening, no concentration exists, because I'm relying on Facebook, I'm using OBS, and OBS doesn't accept your file so easily. That's the problem here. If you use, maybe if you use, you know that. So universal power of soul, oracles of spectrum engineering. Here is, the two series is 129 and to 120 and 130 and 130. These two series are involved in this. And here is, if you see, want to see zooming of this, can show zoom here. You can see dimension of its single oracle, in this case involving rotation of this 22.5 degrees. This is 2E62, means 62 digits are there, and these are 3 persons. You can say 131 power, 130 power, and this is 129 power. You can see volume wise, ratio wise, so small it is bigger than this, and it's quite likewise it impacts upon this. And this is where 3 persons are sitting together somewhere in whatever location in the world, because this too large, and oracle of these people are intermingling. They can learn from each other. That's where, and these are all spectrums here. You can see this size is 63 digits. This size sorry sorry, This is 63 digit size, and this is 573, and this is 7 something, and this also 63. You can say there is. Now now using this like a font, but these are not fonts because it's very difficult to design them. Very, very difficult because there is multiplication of this. You say this is in 130, 131, 129. If I take previous one, it is 930 times 31. If you multiply 31 by 31, what you get? You can say 963 something. That is difference of times. In this case, you got my point. I am using this file 129, 130, 131. If I take previous series of this, say 128, 127, 126, this is so much different there. Means when I change this, there is a scale of 31.6 scale factor. This means 31, 31, 39, and 39, 963 times. 963 times size of drawing is impacted upon. Just think of this. It is not so easy to understand what I am saying, but if you know little mathematics, you can understand, and that's why this is nature. And purpose of this is very, very same. We have to understand. I am talking of Mother Nature because nature is everything. We cannot do anything without existence of nature. Nature is what we live in. Nature is what is important. And if we do not understand this point, we cannot do anything in life. We are part of nature. We survive on nature. Whatever we eat, that is because of nature. Our respiration is because of nature. Our body's functionings are because of nature. You can say existence of solar system is because of nature. There is nothing without nature that we can survive with. Nothing at all. So we have to understand differently. Mother here does not mean feminine or masculine. It is some title only that responsibility goes to, and that's very important. We should not forget that nature is very much good manufacturer of everything. You know that nature is very well designed, very well significant, very, very qualitative manufacturer of whatever product. For example, life of a tree. You know that how does it grow? What is section of trunk of a tree? Every tree. How these plants work? How this earth could be built at that time? And what is the relation between all orbits, all planets? What is the relation between humanity and nature? What is the relation between whatever entity they have? I just like to say, just for communication to everyone, very simple thing. We talk, we boast about everything. This is home delivery, this is package, this is so much and this is so that. Tell me one item that nature produces and it is not well protected. This means safety is a concern. Every item, it may be fruit, it may be vegetable, it may be wheat grains, or it may be whatever you can say, baby coming out to world, it may be whatever. Complete design applies, complete manufacturing process applies, and complete quality requirement applies. Just have a notice of this. We boast about, we have constructed this building, we have done this machine manufacturing, we are doing this on computer, we are doing 5G and this G, we are doing artificial intelligence, all this we talk of. But we never care about what has been given to us without any question. What has been given? How many people talk about that, you tell me? How many people accept some scientists or otherwise what a common person thinks about? Never ever. You take any fruit. Fresh fruit, I'm not saying static or old one, just newborn, new delivered. It has good skin. Why nature has provided skin, good skin? For example, banana you take, apple you take, mango you take. whatever else you take. This is fruit. Also vegetable you take. Consider vegetable, potato, tomato, carrot, even chili or filfil in Arabic. Means you cannot say it's not protected. Means from safety viewpoint of, so that metamorphic action should not spoil it. You know what is metamorphic action? Metallurgical action, you can say. I consider metamorphic action in our soil mechanics or rock mechanics, because nature produces something, some kind of soil which consolidates on its own. Actually, earth is soil. Rock is also soil. You know that. We say rock, we say volcano, we say marble, we say this and that. But ultimately, this is all, whatever we have, this comes from soil, earth. Our food comes from earth. Our blood, we say our body is constructed by blood. And blood is what? Our body is what? Means we are directly or indirectly related to nature. There is nothing that nature cannot give us. It gives us everything. But it is qualitative that it gives us. I am stressing on quality. Nature does everything in a pattern, everything systematically, everything qualitatively. There can be no aberration, no deviation. Whatever has been designed, it works perfectly. This point we have to be serious about. Why are we not able to learn from nature teacher? Nature is a teacher. We may not realize this fact, because for us only teacher is professor, teacher is lecturer, teacher is dean, teacher is school headmaster, teacher is principal, but they are just teacher for sake of teaching. They cannot give you practical answer, they cannot give you life, but these products give life. These products, whatever we discuss here, whatever think about, but all these are produced in a proper manner, in a proper conditions, device conditions, survivable conditions, and products are delivered. Of course, there can be some effects of, you can say, bacteria or some other, that depends upon what is chemical composition. Every fruit, every vegetable, every product has got chemical compositions. For example, petroleum, fossil fuels have hydrocarbons. Same way, banana has iron. Likewise, whatever is there means a combination of organic product and inorganic product exists in nature. Nature is not isolated one. Product is, because they say, oh, this is organic, this is inorganic, this is this and this is that. That we classified. But nature is a combination of both. Our body is what? Generally we say biological body. But maximum part of our body is organical. Human body, it may be animal body, it may be whatever else. Major part of this is organical. Inorganic culture, for example, iron, phosphorus, potassium, likewise. But combination of both works in proper way, in a qualitative way. But on earth, whatever we do, there is a different understanding. Inorganic and organic cannot combine together. For example, when we do construction work, we say there should be no organic material, there should be no organic presence in concrete. Means because it is not acceptable, organic decomposes too early, inorganic does not decompose too early. There's a difference. Decomposition means detrimental effect. If decomposition is there and there is no decomposition, it shall spoil that one. Decomposition means what? Change of chemical property, chemical state, and that can cause problem. Why? How you can say steel can be rusted? Due to what? Due to water, and due to many other, you can say, impacts. Likewise, you can say our body is basically soil related. There is combination of both, but generally it has organic productions. We eat what? We eat organic material, wheat grains, We eat, leaf, tea leaf. We eat so many other items. We are generally organic, but also we eat inorganic. For example, we drink water. This is not, you cannot say it is organic. Water has got two parts hydrogen and one part oxygen, which come under category of inorganic. Likewise, air, we breathe air. Air is what? Organic, inorganic. It has got many gases. Argon, oxygen, nitrogen, and now greenhouse gases. We respire everything. So we have to clearly understand designs of nature are in such a way we cannot understand them, and that's why it is called hidden knowledge. Whatever knowledge we discover, it's called science. Knowledge exists for everything, but our observation must be so strong that scientists or engineers or researchers can take out from them how does system works. So system means there also it is system. It is fruit generation system, fruit evolution system, it is vegetable system, it is soil system, earth system, natural system, air system. Everywhere system is there and everywhere quality is there. Of course we have spoiled that quality, but Supreme did not do anything except time duration, because if you don't use something in organic way, it can also spoil due to decomposition. Inorganic metal take a lot time in decomposition, while organic contents always decompose earliest, you can say. You say take consume today or maybe after 2 days, this fruit shall not work, these vegetables would not work, we say like that, but we cannot say still if you produce today, it shall be workable even after 50 years, it's protected well. That's the only difference. And we even store our organic products in cold storage, and there we produce for a couple of months or years, but also not forever. Human body, if it is live, it doesn't matter. But once you are demobilized or gone, do it too fast with a couple of hours, you have to cremate or grave, or you can say ambit, or you can say, what do you call it, means treat it whatever way, you fire it or blaze it or whatever you do, then in a couple of hours it should be done. Or if you have to protect, they bring ice and bring that and bring this, we have to protect, because why? Because it starts decomposing. Decomposition is very, you can say, if you compare to inorganic material, it's too early scale wise, that's why organic. But question is not that. Question is application of quality. Our Supreme is master of quality, master of design, master of production. There is nothing that you can say it happens otherwise, but we are not that. That is what I started this series of quality, in line to soul, in line to human resources, because quality lacks generally at every place, at every industry, at every factory. You go wherever, you do not find quality product, and that's why I said that I have to think about that. We have to think about how it can be done. Of course, it varies from place to place. We cannot say that bad quality is uniform everywhere. It depends upon which society it is, which country it is, what level of engineers are there, what level of services are there, even medical quality, or you can say non-medical quality, engineering quality, everywhere quality is a question. It may be product manufacturing or it can be human resources manufacturing. Manufacturing is not body-wise, mind-wise. Mind of an engineer in this country, mind of an engineer in other country, why this mind work efficiently or otherwise, that's what we have to see. Why our doctors may not be strong by USA doctors, we say, oh, doctor there is very good. How it happens when both are equally educated? That's what I say. Quality applies everywhere. We cannot say only that it applies in material, it applies everywhere, and that's what we have to think about. If you don't think about this, we can't do anything. Thinking means why should we say I have to depend upon USA or I have to depend on other country for this purpose? Everybody has mind. Mind of a USA person is not much efficient than we don't have. It depends upon you, how you use it. Means it's like body. If you maintain your body, you can be healthy. If you don't maintain your body, don't practice activities, exercise, a physical one, why people go to gymnasium for what? I don't know. For example, now there is a fashion. You have to go to gymnasium. I'm just giving an example. Means what for? Tell me. When there was no gymnasium, people are unhealthy. That's point of the thing. Okay, it's commercial, it is business someone. We go there because we keep off nature. A system has started, inefficient system, useless system that keep off nature. Keep off nature. And there's any delusionary, oh, your house, your building is not according to Vastu. Means when we withdraw from nature gradually, this means we withdraw from our mother. You understand? That's why I say Mother Nature. If I stay with Mother Nature, I accept my mother gives my food and will this okay, fine, it's okay. My Mother Nature is fine. My mother is fine. My mother brings me up from since I was born. Everybody's mother does it. This means we have to think about. If we are not with nature, remember nature shall never be with you. If you are with nature, then nature shall be with you. This is basic one. If you have affection for something, we are against nature. That's why we spoil air, we spoil water, we spoil surface, we spoil composition of soil for agriculture. We started pesticides and this and that and chemicals and we spoil everything. Means we do our way for efficiency, for production quantity, and we spoil everything. This means whatever quality we applied for, that property of soil has also impacted upon, you can say, property or organic structure of soil. That we have to think about. That's why I say why I am using this issue, this topic of soul, only because of this, that without soul no one can survive. If soul doesn't support, you may be called, you can say, you can't use your mind, you can't think. Means if you can't think, then means you are not using mind. And if you are not using mind, means what? Your mind shall work only to that extent that body is maintained, and that's it. You understand? If your mind cannot think, don't blame that you did not get power of soul. You have power of soul, you have mind, but you are not able to think. And when you are not able to think, your mind shall not do anything, because you are not asking your mind, instructing your mind, do it. And if you instruct your mind, your soul listens to that. That's what I say, that do not blame nature. Nature has given you every requirement. No form is blank. You have every part of body. If you are a healthy person, your mind is there, but it's like that. If you have food in home, you are going to take food. You have to take food and put it in your mouth, pour in your mouth and masticate it or drink it. Only then it can go to your stomach. Otherwise, oh, I can't touch it, I can't take it, somebody should come and pour in mind. If you think like that, nothing will happen. You will starve yourself, you go hungry, like that, is it? That's what I'm saying. You have, that is only physical requirement of food, means you have food, physical food, means you have to feed in your stomach, but there's another food, and that food is soul. If you don't want to use soul, there's no law, there's no force, use your, means your own it is. If you want to use it, use it. If it means there is no law anywhere in world that can force you to use your soul, and there is no law in entire world that don't use it as well. See, functioning of body, whatever functioning of body cannot come in your control. No part of your body listens to your instructions, because it's complete system. It works to natural requirement. Nature knows what is person's requirement for a normal life, for normal activity, and your body works accordingly because of circulation of blood, circulation of water, circulation of your breathing, energy here and there, whatever it is. But only point is, what is important is that human can control, person can control, and that is mind. Mind also not physical structure or biological structure, or you can say bones structure. Mind means operational movement, operational authority, operational, you can say, manager, operational department, and that is your soul having operational department. It is linked to someone, and it is linked to home, it is linked to department, it is linked to organization of supreme. And that's where important point I'm trying to tell. Quality, if nature produces, what's wrong with us? If nature produces quality, what is wrong with us? That is my argument point. Why we do not realize this fact? We have no right to not to have quality. This is my contention. Reason being, nothing belongs to me. I am not owner of anything, and when I say I, this means you, everyone. No one is boss in this world. We are all relative bosses, relative workers, relative thing. No one is in charge here. But we have to do. We have to do, and for that doing objective, we are given some supports, some resources, some sources, and we have to use them. And that's where there is no resource which does not have any existence of quality. Whatever is there, it may be raw material, it can be whatever material, you get some defined quality, some specified quality or observed specification from that, and that is useful by process of whatever you can say it. We extract ores from below ground, from mines, and these ores contain something within them. We extract that by whatever chemical process, only then we can get that material, and that's what a very important part means. Again I say, don't underestimate work of quality, and don't overestimate that you do it. You think that you do it, but you do not do it. Quality is very significant requirement. Without quality, nothing is possible rightly. And if you do not understand that, this means your education is defective. Whatever role you have, whatever profession you have, occupation you have, whatever education you have achieved, that education is not, you can say, reliable. And if you say that your education is reliable, and you may be whatever level, you may be engineer or medic or whatever, administrative person or business person or whatever person, you are not reliable if you cannot deliver quality. And that's why you can say whatever you are working in this world, you are not complying with what your boss requires. You are not complying with what documents say. You are not complying with what design says, what specification says, and that is where I can say you are not doing a job rightly. You are not doing job efficiently, and that is important point we have to consider in quality criteria. Solar system, universe, other members, and human bodies, animals' bodies, earth system, every system, there is no aberrations from doing quality. In fact, these are operational units. These shall remain operational always, because nobody knows where were these manufactured and when delivered, and nobody knows when they shall cease to work. Think about this. I am talking very serious issue here. When can they cease to work? Do you understand this? Cease to work means what? If I say today, suppose I am just imagining, it cannot happen, it's not going to happen, it's just a statement I am making. Suppose today there is some seasoning means CEASE, seas of earth motion. Can you think about this? Can we you think that orbit path, sometimes orbit, or you can say your planet ceases to move. Think about this. Can your body cease to move just for 5 minutes, let us say? This is what We have to think about. Means if these systems could be built like this, if these systems could be built like this, produced like this, that there is no halt, there is no station, there is no, you can say, movement without work, without, being efficient, without being, active. You cannot say, oh, earth is dead. Did you ever hear? Can you hear that? Oh, sun is no more. Oh, Jupiter is no more. It's not going to happen. This means continuity without end is principle of nature. Continuity without end, and continuity means of whatever it is. Continuity is very important. Even after, if your form is changed, form, energy continues. Science also agrees this. Energy cannot be destroyed. It continues in whatever form. So is nature. This means nature is my teacher because it tells me there is no stop, there is no rest, there is no discontinuation, there is no destruction. This means that. Suppose today earth stops for one day. What shall happen? Think of. Can you think of? Do you have capacity to think of that? You may say, oh, nothing will happen. That's all. But that is not true. Means there is some qualitative defined equilibrium condition that has been working since this system was delivered. I do not know when. Nobody can tell that time. Nobody has any calendar on record that can say this was day 1 of earth, or this was day 1 of sun, or that this was initial time when it started. No one can say that, but your date of birth can be said. This is really very important point. If we do not know anything, we cannot do anything, but there remains no stationary object in this universe. The static work is not acceptable. So we say static engineering, we say static equilibrium, we consider, though there can be no static equilibrium because everything moves in. If you cannot see that, that is different one, but everything moves in. Our system and body also keep on working. That is respiratory system, blood motion system, whatever, same way nature is that. Cease means cease to exist. Try to understand. When I say cease, this means if you halt it, it's not simply halt for restart. No. It's not halt or pause for restart. We can say pause on television, we can pause on computer, or we can pause on some program like that. Okay, that can be done because this is human created. But nature never creates that. Nature can never stop. Stop means finish, non-existence. Consider, I am explaining to you, today say for one day, earth stops its motion. Sun stops its motion on its own axis. Every planet stops for a day from any motion. Earth has got two motions. One is on its own axis, that east and west direction, and other one is orbiting motion around sun. These two stop. Can you think what shall happen? If all these stop, what shall happen? Think about this. Can you think that? Everything shall go away. Those who say parle in Hindi, that parle would arrive. That is true. Because there is nothing on which these planets stand or rest or are founded. There is no foundation. There is no land on which these planets rest. Nothing, but they work continuously, and they have been working for unknown times. It is very important consideration. I am sure people do not consider like this, but we have to think work of God, how this work was designed. And that is why I am very much happy or pleased to think like this, because I can't find any answer from any general literature. I can never find, but we can think about and find out what is behind that, and that is called analytical approach, analytical thinking. And analytical thinking, if you have, you are a better person than those normal thinking people. Analytical thinking means you are able to go into every required point, every necessary point. You can think in whatever way. There can be no, you can say, instruction from anywhere, because thinking means process of research, thinking means process of review, thinking means you can do whatever you can. And thinking can be in both directions. It can be for constructive work as well as it can be for destructive work. Both are applicable, but constructive work is better than destructive work, because destruction means what? Destruction of existence. Destruction of existence, or gradually, you can say, if there's a gradual destruction, this means there can be detrimental effect, there can be breaking effect, there can be just I say making on breaking, and that is very dangerous, very, very dangerous. So nature, there's no record of nature's history. There have been, parle we call in some serial, forget that about, but says is not applicable. It cannot cease, and if it says, we would say it goes away. Person has deceased, we say. This person is no more, we say. Person goes away, but even after that, person survives in non-biological world, not in biological world. Biological world has no meaning after that, because person has gone. That's why we say we have to be very serious about our own contention. Why I am talking this? Because soul is that. My soul consideration, what I am talking about soul, and what you are interacting with me, or may interact with me, and what do you think about that? This is much more significant, valuable, noticeable by everyone if you explain and if they want to understand this. It's much more important a degree in engineering, it's not a degree in medical, because you connect, you have to connect with nature. Even if you don't want to connect, there is no way, because your body is working, this means you are connected. Physically you are connected, biologically you are connected, food wise you are connected, breathing wise you are connected, survival wise you are connected, but you are not connected only by one wise, and that is mind wise. Mind wise you are not connected. You are a dummy. You are just a bundle. You are nothing. You cannot do anything otherwise. If your mind doesn't work, if you don't have control yourself. That is very, very significant requirement. I was talking engineering. I am a civil engineer. I am construction engineer. I am site engineer. I am writing engineer. I am arbitration engineer. I am design engineer. I am management engineer. Likewise, everybody is something. I am medical doctor. I am bones doctor, orthopedic. I am heart or cardiologist. Likewise, that depends upon your specialty. But generality and specialty work together. You cannot say I am a specialist without generality. You can't be a specialist. That's what I am saying. We have to think in that way. Your thinking power means real power. If you think once, everybody thinks I know, but they don't think in a way they should. They don't think. I think maybe 0.5% people think, in fact. How many scientists are there in the world? How many engineers are there in the world? How many lecturers and professors are there? How many research? Means you just think population wise. What is percentage? It's negligible. But contribution is more important. They contributed to this world. That's why we have sciences today. We have engineering today. We have formula today. We have tools today, we have units today, That means we have they have contributed. Maybe they did not have such degrees as we have today. But degrees means just an indication that you can do this. That's all. That's an indication. And that degree does not ask you not care about soul. That degree does not ask you not to care about quality. This means it is your problem, not your education problem. Your problem, you are not doing that. What is required? And that is very, very significant. We have to be serious about that requirement, that world. That world is very important, and that is why I consider that we have to take care of quality requirement, which is very important. And I'll come to that file again, that quality requirement. I'll show you first that file. This is also words file, and that is old, of course, old written, but it doesn't matter old or not old. URL project management quality, yes, it is here, that I'll show you. This file of quality here, and here it is. Contemplation for checking errors. Checking errors. Contemplation of checking errors. What does it mean? Errors. You know meaning of that. Means certain mistake. You can't say mistake actually. It is something that is tolerable. Error means you may say ignorance. You may say overlooking. Why it is done? Coordination activities which directly and indirectly linked to quality requirements probably do not exist in practice. That is what I want to say. Coordination activities, and also we can say that we have lost existence of quality. We have lost existence of quality on works performance. Mere talks and formulation of documentation cannot serve intended purpose, but to achieve quality criteria, but exclusively positive inclination of performance per quality demanded requirements. Requirements must be explicitly understood before related respective implementations. Coordination has been missing for long, which unpleasant and unacceptable state must be eliminated to achieve specified quality. A void exists. You know what is void? Where there is nothing, that's void. A void exists in contents of professional education all over world. In relation to equip professional students with knowledge of quality and coordination, personnel should know about what these terms mean. I'll explain. Let us understand about what these terms mean. Quality for sure means to produce products, goods according to defined designs and mandated specifications, included within contractual or whatever applicable documents. Quality means to have working professional and every personnel must achieve necessary work related standards to involve consistently and completely and competently. No concession can be permitted to engage incompetent personnel on any works. Foregoing necessary, when I say foregoing is whatever I said, these necessary standards must be defined based on academics, related syllabus, and expected attainment in work within profession, without which engaged employed personnel cannot be designated competent. Quality must be included with all sub-disciplines used, applicable on all projects and in life as well. In fact, this is not she, this is SHE, which means safety, health and environment, also known as safety, health and environment, is not considered for sake of choice, but must be considered for sake of works execution requirements. Must remember that machines are employed and work personnel are employed on all activities or events in manufacturing world and also in construction world. Engineering domain is really powerful. It requires combination of designs as well as dependence on working drawings and also on shop drawings. Review as well as production of project specifications to be adopted, included within contract, depends on about how engineering performs. Such specifications are added onto general specifications if such description exists. Construction domain, I'm talking about construction, but it's not necessary it's only for construction, it's for everything. I'm talking for everything. Construction is term applied, applicable everywhere, all over. Construction domain is like prime vehicle on project, without which nothing can move, and also that sole objective of project always remains delivery of products. Along with construction work of planning, scheduling and cost control, move to support construction reach its targets for successful completion of project. Planning is an integrated part of construction, without which works would never move fruitfully in required consequences. This also refers to everything. Planning for whatever work you do in life, whatever you even the social work you do in life, or whatever celebratory work you do in life, planning always comes into. It may be formal planning or it may be just a planning for means experience based planning. It doesn't matter, but planning is planning. Planning is an integrated part of construction. Planning is an integrated part of construction, without which works would never move fruitfully in required sequence. It has also been named It's also been named project management document, though I do not agree with that script. All defined domains or sub-departments constitute all integral parts of project management, project organization. Quality domain being most powerful and supportive for manufacturing and for construction activities must be absolutely quality oriented within itself, despite its job being surveillance on operating quality systems and executing quality operations control. Since it is weight specifically since it is weighed specifically for meeting necessary requirements of inspection and testing as well as control lists, personnel employed within this domain must be fully competent with all knowledge of applicable criteria or specifications along with designs. This is what I tried to explain in quality. I'm not going to tell quality on projects, but just the reference access that quality is required in a proper systematic way. You may say quality itself should be qualitative. Work of quality should also be qualitative. It's not simply that we have to just make documents, sign them, and that's okay, it's quality. That is procedure. I am not talking about procedure. I am talking about input and output, what we get. Should we meet requirements or no? Do we meet specifications or no? Do we comply with whatever design exists or no? Do we comply with what should be done? That's where I say we are not standing on equality. We are not standing at par with requirement. Forget about value addition. I am talking about standing at par. We are not at par means equal. We are not even standing. We are not equating what is required and what's done, and that's why it's a question mark. Question mark is quality. We cannot ignore it, but we are ignoring it. I am not finding quality, it should be. People are not doing that, and that's my seriousness. But it is not 100% saying majority of areas quality does not work. You can buy whatever product from all over the world, you shall not find satisfactory quality input. You shall say, oh, this doesn't work well. And I'm sure, since you can say this plastic work has started, quality has dropped perfectly well. I'm saying in a positive way. Plastic has caused detrimental work. Our computer systems are also responsible for detrimental work because dependence on computer system is increasing daily. Computer system has replaced human mind system. That is not acceptable, but it is going on. People, I cannot say all, I can say majority people, you may say 80%, 90% people do not believe in their own capability. They believe in computer capability, which is not going to work successfully because computers are human made. These are not naturally intelligent. Now there is a high profile voice of artificial intelligence, and I do not understand why people are depriving their own efficiencies, own thinking power, own capability in exchange of artificial intelligence. Artificial means artificial, nothing else. Should not run blindly. As I said, we have to be logistic. We have to be, you can say, rationalistic, rational. We have to be analyst. But that's not happening. Everybody wants to run, to rush. Everybody is in a hurry. Everybody wants to achieve something or everything in night. Everybody wants to be a billionaire in night. That is not going to work. As we say in phrase, axis of everything is bad. So this is also, you can say, People are considering excessive attempts, which is going to do inexcessive attempt in another direction. We cannot have capable people because we have incapable people. Writing power has gone, writing practice has gone, reading practice has gone, repetitive practice has gone, learning lessons have gone. There is nothing which was our heritage or which is heritage of every country. That's not working. So quality is something, it's not specifically I'm talking in generality, that quality means our professionals if are not qualitative, how can we expect that quality works? That is important point. If our professionals are good, they are basically trained, they have struggled in life while learning, and then they are giving results. But struggle means what? That's another point. Here struggle does not mean that you should fight, you should run, means struggle of what? Struggle using mind. Mental struggle. I'm not saying physical struggle. Of course, just now I use this term mental struggle because if your mind does not struggle on its own on whatever work you do, you cannot learn anything. The same thing is pass every time. Everything is fine, life is smooth. You do not know what is life without being smooth. If you know about day, you do not know about night, or you know about night, you don't know about day. How can you survive? How can you know problems which are there, maybe there? And that's where experience of every place, every sector, just like we say, oh, he is multitude in experience, he has got many fold experience, we say like that. This means that person knows better than an ordinary individual who does not have experience of many points, many requirements, many fields. Same way we can say quality has to be understood properly, and we can understand properly only when we use mind. And we can use mind only when you think. Think is, you can say, wheel. Think is fuel. Think is process. Think is not thing, I am saying think. Think means problem can be solved by thinking. There remains no problem, there is left no problem which thinking cannot find a solution for. This is very important consideration, and every time I say think, it's not meaning, verbal meaning I am saying. This is something you can say application meaning. You have to apply thinking process. Whatever you think, consider it's too small and think again. Many times what happens, you are a bold decision person. Oh, I just thought about that and decided. People say like that. Oh, I can decide in 5 minutes about this. Fine, you are very nice, you are very good, very brilliant, you are top mind. You can decide within minutes. About others, people cannot decide in few days. You are efficient, you are very smart, but did you consider every point into that, every clue into that? Did you consider how shall it work in coming times? That is also a point of thinking. Means you have to take into consideration every relation with activity you do or you think to do. Means we say it should be cost effective, it should be time effective, it should be durable. Means it should be everything. It should satisfy every requirement. That is what I say. That's what I say. It's very significant one. We cannot simply say we got quality. We got quality, but do you think how to do it better? Did you know what mistakes you did and what lessons you learned? Did you ever write somewhere your lessons, or just on telephones you just waste time? Quality cannot be achieved by just using mobiles or using records. There is a fashion these days, you get a call, put it on, and you will find some record works. They are not interested in talking to you. You cannot have an opportunity to raise a question. What's the purpose of that? Means we are just running away from real life. We are running to a life which is relative, which doesn't use my mind. Means whatever mind you use, you follow that. This means we have to be very categorical. We have to understand facts. We have to understand what problems are there, can be there, as we study in engineering, risk considerations. What sort of risk we are going to face, and that consideration is made up not after work is done, but before work is. You can say it is a part of planning. Risks cover, you can say what risks will be there, and that's a part of professional arrangements. It's not only professional, in our social circle, in our life, in our common life in general, we should know about that, what can be risk. When you drive a car or a vehicle, if you are well trained, you know what can be risk. And if you just take a car and drive without having a license or anything, without, oh, I'm just racing, I'm enjoying, I'm this and that, what shall happen? You will meet some accident or you'll hit someone. That's the difference. You should know before driving what can be risks of driving. You should know what can be risk of slow driving and what can be risk of fast driving. Then only you can be an intelligent driver. But we don't take it that way. We want to boast, we want to show, oh, I am driving 200 km/h. If you go to R, we'll find that. Here is also Mercedes, oh, I'm driving, oh, he was doing 160, 180. And what happened? You know result. Risk is very important. Risk cover. I'm talking of risk. This possible risk is there. Oh, your cable is open. It will short circuit. You don't know that. It may catch fire. You don't know that. Means that's what I'm saying. Oh, you're not doing any exercise in a day. You're not drinking sun. What can be risk? You need to think of that. What can be risk to your body? You can be exposed to something. If you do not make any exercises, if you don't walk, if you are away from nature, what can be possibility that you have to suffer from? And that's where, these are called thinking based quality based thinking. Both are there. If you think for many times for each, you will find most problems are over. Need not go doctor again and again. Oh, doctor, I have got this pain. Give me some tablet, give me something. And doctor, oh, good, I'll give you this tablet, give me so many dollars. Keeping off nature means keeping on problems. Why do you invite problems? What is reason for that? Sun says, if you use me for a couple of minutes, I will help you. Right? Water says, if you consume me for many times, if you can say many times a day, I shall help you. Same way air says, you are breathing me, don't worry, don't have suffocation, breathe me properly, clean me and breathe me. Same thing, your body says, please walk, I am sick, I can't move, I can't live patiently, I can't live comfortably, I need some sweating. But you don't care about. Your mind says, I am sleeping, why don't you use me? But you don't listen to mind, you don't listen to sun, you don't listen to your body, you don't listen to your whatever. You don't listen to, what do you listen to? I am tired, I am not happy, no, I am taking some whiskey, I am taking some drug so that I can sleep well. That's what the point is. So we have to be very serious about that. Ultimately, what I mean to say is, your mind is very strong. I should say, even if you are not strong, your mind is strong if you use it. And if you don't use it, then it's just, physical structure, nothing else. Physical structure cannot do anything on its own. What I say, material. When I say material, which we say wealth in fact, let us say you have entire wealth of your world in your bank account. Okay, you're happy. I'm very rich. You are rich in what? You are rich that you have this account. So much balance is there. But you want to keep it there, you don't use it. What shall you do with this? What shall you do with that if you don't use that? Understand? You say, oh, my bank account is going on getting interest and interest and interest, but I don't want to take a single unit from that. Now, what for you earned? Or if you didn't know, what for you have? You question this. I'm not saying you take out and straw, you spend everything. What I'm saying is use it. Use means proper use. Use means fruitful use. Use means optimum use. Use means it has to be used in a way it helps. It doesn't withdraw your help. It doesn't, you can reduce capacity, but increases your capacity, and that point I'm talking of. It's very important to understand this. Mind use is very important if you use it, and if you don't use it, it is nothing you can say, it is just the box, nothing else. That's the important point we have to be serious about. And if you are not serious about, there is nothing we can say anything. So my question is same quality issue. Whatever quality you have to be serious about that. You have to improve your quality standard, and if you cannot improve your quality standard, there is no meaning of anything here. There is no meaning of anything you can say, no meaning of anything. You can't do anything. You are a just box and nothing else. That's only I can say. Of course, every day I show you this file, and this file I just wrote points only. I did not write at length, but these points are very, very significant one. Because if you want to make your life, if you want to do something, if you want to have some standard, if you want to be different, you are in a crowd, you want to be in a crowd, or you want to be away of crowd, you want to be independent, or you want to be a person in a crowd which is visible, who is visible again. All depends upon you. It doesn't depend upon anybody else. And that's what I say, you have to think yourself. I'm not going to talk harder because there's no use. You people don't consider in life. I am inclined with quality and soul relation. I am inclined with coordination, and I know coordination, if I do between my mind and soul, I can achieve better than what I am achieving. Coordination is a general term. It's very specific term also. And it's also true that without coordination, operation, nothing can be done. If you don't conduct operation of coordination, or you don't conduct coordination, you cannot do anything. And sometimes it's not necessarily coordination we have to say. This means that process, that requirement must be met. And that's important point we have to think about. And if you can't think about this, you can't do anything. And that's where it lies in. I'm closing today. I'll see you tomorrow because I have to think about another drawing now. Okay, thank you very much.